Welcome. My name is Adria Estribou, and I'm a conscious channel for Angels Raphael and Ariel. And once a month, we stop in here with the angels at YouTube Live just to see if there are any general messages for humankind on the planet. And so I don't know in advance what's going to come through. I'm a conscious channel, so I'm here. You'll see me occasionally maybe put on my glasses to check the chat. Feel free to put any questions in the chat. I'm not sure if they'll answer questions live because they don't always. Sometimes they do. And if they don't answer live, they may answer later in a video short. So please do put in any questions if you have any. Now I'll turn it over to the angels. This is Angel Raphael. A time of war has been the time on Earth since humanity formed society, what you might call society. So war is not new. But there is more, let's say, focus, a heightened focus on that aspect of the human condition right now, war. And so you have some choices. It's not our role to come in and predict what's going to happen in this country or that country, but it is our role to let you know where your power lies, you as an individual here in this collective humankind. When you look into your heart space and ask, what is it that I want? If what comes up is this sense of undeniable peace, unconditional love for humankind, your role is to be that. You be that unconditional peace. You be that love for humankind. What happens is more and more people are leaving the game board, so to speak, of war. So war takes at least two parties, right? In the imagination, if you're a young child with a wooden sword, you can play the game of war on your own, no problem. But in the human realm, let's say war takes at least two parties, whether it's a duel or nation to nation or different members within a family or tribe, mob groups, whatever it is. So if you leave, and there's just one left, if you leave the game of war, then it's up to that person's imagination perhaps, but essentially the game stops. So what we want to highlight for you today is you do have the option of leaving the game board of warfare. We're not talking about particular politics or particular nation right now, but humankind as a whole has played this game of war on and off, mostly on, since the beginning of when societies were formed. If you don't like that particular scenario, the way life plays out in a war scenario, you have the option to leave that game entirely. And the more people that take that choice, the fewer people that are left to play that particular game board of war, it does cease to exist on Earth. So it doesn't cease to exist because one country won the game and then the game was done. It ceases to exist because the players all leave. And that is your power move here. To essentially draw your focus towards the world that you wish to play out the way you want it to be. So what does that mean? Are we talking about, you might be asking yourself, well, I'm not in a military uniform, so to leave the war doesn't make any sense. We are talking about at an energetic level to stop playing that game, please. If you like. Now, there'll be those who will want to play that game, and that's their right, their will to do so. But there are more people on Earth right now who are no longer interested, let's say. Not because they think they can't win, but they're tired of this particular game, war. So we do want to ask that you make your own energetic choice and not feel that you have to be influenced by what seems to be going on in the realm of military or leaders, one way or another. So this could be meditation on your own or with others, focused on peace, focus on lifting up out of that paradigm. And it could just be the recognition that humanity is evolving out of this. And so whatever is to play out here short term is short term. In the generations that come for humankind, we don't see this particular kind of violent action game called war as a way that people work things out as consciousness, as souls wondering, how do I defeat something that seems quote-unquote evil from my viewpoint? Or as souls wondering, how do I vanquish and conquer this tribe? Or how do I conquer more of life? So this conquering mentality does cease. Because when you grow up into knowing you're unlimited, there's no need to squash anyone else to be so. Everyone gets that same right to be unlimited. This is your power move. To be more centered in the knowing, I'm unlimited. I don't need to conquer anyone or anyone else to become a peaceful, unlimited being. And humanity, again, does evolve out of this. It evolves more quickly the more people leave the game. And by people, we do mean citizens. We mean everyday people at home. Deciding, you know what, I don't think that serves us, humankind, to continue in this way. Why don't we just evolve up out of it? And your intent towards that, your prayers towards that, your peaceful meditation do influence that quite a lot. If any of you had siblings, you know it was very powerful to get up off of the game board and leave. They can't win or lose after that. You've just left. So essentially, we're asking you to withdraw your consciousness from all of these predictions about warfare and violence and bring your consciousness to where you would like it to be instead. Because otherwise you are co-creating, choosing a side perhaps. So you're cheering along on the sidelines. Maybe you're not directly a player in the warfare, but you've added your energy, your view, your focus to it. We're not asking you to pretend if there's something going on, like a genocide or other crimes. We're not asking you to pretend it's not happening. We're asking you to create a better world by leaving that particular game. Okay, see if there's any questions. Great. I'm not sure if this question is related or if it came in earlier. I'll let the angels decide. Do you have any thoughts about the idea of radical acceptance? Absolutely, yes. So here's where it comes into play in this particular topic. This is Angel Raphael. We do believe, from the angelic standpoint, that war is part of life, part of the divine. However, divine can evolve and change. And you're part of that decision point. So the radical acceptance is, this exists. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't exist. And I can, in fact, love it, every fiber of it, the way I can love angels or the divine in other forms. And then I can change it. Because once you have accepted with full love what is going on, you're not reliant on fighting against or keeping it away from yourself anymore. And you can then feel yourself in the flow and river of consciousness and change it, change the channel essentially to something else. If you were old-fashioned television with the channel changer. You just, I don't want to watch this anymore. But it's fine that it exists. It's all part of God and divinity through mankind creating all of these diverse storylines. But that one, the horror film, oh no thanks, I've changed the channel. So that's the kind of empowerment we're talking about. Okay, I might mispronounce this. This is Adria because I don't particularly know about this topic. I'm wondering about 31 Atlas ship from Galactic Federation or rock. Was it glowing green, heart chakra healing? Why is it glowing green, heart chakra healing color? This is Raphael. The color is not, in this instance, color therapy, but you can take it that way. Why not? It's a lovely color, and it does have the vibrancy of love and life, like the green vines growing on earth. Beautiful. The color is something else, technological. It's not really meant to be sending a light color frequency to earth, but you can take it with love and vibrancy, because essentially the intent there is love and vibrancy for the planet. So why not match the color meaning? Yes. This is Raphael. Good, so we'll end there for today, but you can continue to write in, email your questions if you see this later, write it below the video if you like, and we will continue to answer questions on this topic, because it's important to harness your power in a way that's meaningful, effective, but also doesn't put you into a violent frame of mind if that's not where you want to be. So to give you the option to empower up into the life, the way you want to live it, and to inform, this is my vote, quote unquote, vote for the collective. Let's just dimensionally shift up out of this particular type of learning struggle and so on, because there are other ways for consciousness to evolve, and I'm a little bit tired of this one. If that's your viewpoint, just let it be known. Through your heart space is the most effective, through meditation, through intention, through prayer, through light. You have many different ways of this. There's not just one way. So the way that's more harmonious and authentic for you. And we don't want you to feel you're on your own. You can also ask the angelic for support at any time in cases like this, or small or large other things. Beautiful. This is Adria. Thank you all for joining live. I feel the energy of that. Beautiful. And lots of love to those joining later as well. We'll be here again next month, or join in with us. If you like many of the angel transmissions, I'll put my website in the comments here. And I do have a new book coming out from the angels. They've asked me to release in September, so paddling my little feet as fast as I can to get there. I think we will have a book release in September, so look forward to sharing that with you. Lots of love.